the name of the game is efficient surgery. There's a lot of, I'm sure you can imagine, pressure for hospitals to basically have maximized throughput. So that's been one of the challenges for robotic adoption generally, is you're asking surgeons to slow down their surgical workflow. We don't think that robotics should do that.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Benjamin Sexton. He is the CEO of Monogram Technologies. And Benjamin, it's good to see you. How are you?
Great to be with you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, excited to learn a bit more about what's been going on with the company. I know we've had some significant news. We'll talk about it in just a second, but maybe give me a bit of a background. And from what's behind you, it has obviously something to do in the operating room.
Yeah, definitely. So we're a med tech company in the orthopedic market. We're commercializing a next gen surgical robot that we're starting with knee replacements with ambitions to move to other clinical applications.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about your technology and what makes it unique and sort of what will take you to the next level.
Sure. So the robotic market in orthopedics is highly consolidated. The market leader, Stryker, which owns Mako, is has about 88% of the orthopedic robotics market. So we are commercializing a robot that we think will address some of the pain points of that system. It's a more automated robot. It's we think has the ability to scale to other applications in a more seamless way, and we think it's going to be a very safe and effective system. So that's the vision of this technology.
Yeah, when I was researching you and the company, I heard you had mentioned in an interview talking about the speed at which it operates. Can you sort of elaborate on that just a bit?
Sure. So, the name of the game is efficient surgery. There's a lot of, I'm sure you can imagine, pressure for hospitals to basically have maximized throughput. So that's been one of the challenges for robotic adoption generally, is you're asking surgeons to slow down their surgical workflow. We don't think that robotics should do that. So we're working on a system that is very efficient, fast, and seamless, but also with uncompromised safety and accuracy. So that's the vision behind our enabling technology.
Yeah, and your most recent announcement really is going to take a look at that because you're setting up a multi-center clinical trial. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, sure. So we actually just submitted on July 19th our 510(k) application to the FDA. So we do not expect a clinical trial request with that application, but in parallel, we are running a clinical trial with a company called Shalby. They're a publicly traded company based in India. They're one of the world's largest orthopedic hospital chains. And we think that in addition to obviously running the clinical trial and validating the story, they're potentially a great partner for helping us scale outside the US. They do also have a US presence, which is interesting as well.
Yeah, opportunity. There is a great need for orthopedics. I know
Absolutely.
this because I've just gone through. My son just broke his arm in a game of lacrosse. So,
Oh, wow.
and when we're in the hospital, there's 10 people there that were either legs or arms. So obviously the need is still there and it's growing.
Oh yeah, we see there's about 1 million knee replacements a year in the United States, and you can imagine, we're 350 million people. It's a large globe, and we see a lot of demand for orthopedics over the next coming decades. So we think this is an incredible opportunity, and this is only the beginning for orthopedic robotics. It's still very underpenetrated, with a lot of potential for growth in many clinical applications.
Yeah. Last question, Benjamin. Tell me sort of the timelines for the rest of this year. What should people be looking out for your company?
Sure. So the next couple of big milestones are going to be obviously our first in human surgeries, which we anticipate will be coming. We also obviously submitted it July 19th. So the FDA, we expect to hear from them within 60 days. Right now, the average turnaround time to a decision is about 5.5 months. So it's going to be a very busy time for our company as we anticipate launching our first product, scaling up for commercialization, and thinking about how that we're going to do that as efficiently as possible. So certainly a very exciting time for the company, and look forward to sharing more as we move forward.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, I'm excited to talk again in the near future. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty busy one for sure, and we'll be there to follow it. So, Benjamin, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thanks so much, Steve. Appreciate it. Good to see you too.
All right, there's a Benjamin Sexton. He is the CEO of Monogram Technologies.